So let's go through the setup and then we'll talk execution. First, we want to make sure that the bar is set up at a good height. And you'll know the bar is set up at a good height if you grip the bar with your preferred grip, which we'll talk about in a second, and you notice that you have quite a bit of elbow bend. That's important because when you finish your last rep, you press the bar all the way up and you lock your elbows. You want to make sure that the bar is well clear of that J hook. This is called a J hook. You want to make sure that the bar is well clear of that so you can just bring the bar back, hit the rack, and safely bring it down. If the bar is set up too high, as you press the bar up and you finish that last rep, you're gonna have to like crunch up and then bring it back, and that's just not something you wanna do at the end of a hard set. And if the bar is set too low, you're basically doing a full rep just to get it out of position, and that can again be quite challenging and really annoying. And so set up the bar so when you grab the bar with your preferred grip, you have a bit of elbow bend and you can safely press the bar out and easily and safely bring it back in. Next, you want to make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Not this, not this, not this, not this. We're not doing abs at the same time. Put your feet on the floor. And then you want to make sure that you're set up with your eyes underneath the bar. If you're set up too far in front of the bar, you're going to have to press it up and bring it out in front, which is a huge waste of energy and not really super safe. And if you're too far under it this way, you're not really going to be able to get the bar in the appropriate position. And so you want to set up with your feet on the ground and your eyes underneath the bar like this. And the last thing before we talk grip width and execution is if you're not training with a spotter, please don't use clips. And I'll show you why. If you get to the end of a hard set, you know, dude, you're struggling, right? You're fighting for that last rep and you just can't get it. And we've all seen these videos online and the bar comes crashing back down. What you want to be able to do is tilt the bar to one side and have the plates slide off. And you tilt the bar to this side and the plates slide off and you can get out safely. And so if you're not using a spotter, if you don't have somebody with you, please don't use clips. Now, when it comes to setting your grip width, we are going to keep it simple. I want something outside shoulder width that you find comfortable. And so if shoulder width is roughly here, I'm gonna go somewhere just outside of that to start. And for me, that's about here. And from there, I might tinker a little wider or a little closer based on what feels best for my shoulders. Now, once you grip the bar, a lot of bars will have a ring on the outside here and a smooth part in the middle here, so you can mirror it on this side and recreate it from set to set. Now, for context, my preferred grip is about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch inside of that ring, and I'll recreate that on this side, and for me, this is my most comfortable grip. As long as it's outside shoulder width and you feel comfortable, I'm good with it. Now, when it comes to executing the lift, you've set up, your eyes are under the bar, your hands are outside shoulder width, they're even on both sides. You're gonna press up that first rep and bring the bar forward just over the chin. This is your starting position. When it comes to executing the lift, we're gonna focus on 3 things: an angled bar path, a slight elbow tuck, and keeping your butt down. Now, what does that mean? Now, because the bar is starting over my chin, I'm not bringing the bar straight down with my elbows flared to my chin. This is gonna absolutely torch my shoulders. Actually, just sitting here hurts them already. What we wanna do is start over the chin, but bring the bar down on a forward diagonal to the bottom of your chest and then press up and back slightly over the chin. It is a slight diagonal, right? We're not bringing the bar down here or anything like that. It is a slight diagonal. You're bringing the bar from over your chin to the bottom of your chest. Over the chin, bottom of the chest, as you can see with these reps here. A very slight angled bar path. Now, in order to make that more comfortable, we want to slightly tuck the elbows as you see me doing here. I'll show you some tucked elbow reps here, and then I'll switch to elbow flared so you can see what that looks like. Now we'll do elbow flared, right? I don't want the elbows flaring out. Now, luckily, these work kind of really well together because when I flare my elbows, it is kind of tough to bring the bar to the bottom of my chest. And when I tuck the elbows, it makes that a lot more comfortable. So a slight tuck in the elbows, a slight angled bar path towards the bottom of your chest, press up over the chin. And the last execution cue is really easy. Just keep your butt on the bench. As you're getting to really hard reps, you're gonna wanna push up and push your butt in the air to help you finish that rep. Just keep your butt on the bench. As you press up, keep your butt down, right? I don't wanna see any of this stuff or you're pushing your butt in the air to get the bar up. Keep the butt down. And when you're done and you finish that last rep, if you set the bar up to an appropriate height, you should feel very safe bringing the bar back, hitting the rack, bringing it down into the safeties. Do not be shy. You don't need to place this thing down gently. That's what these things are made for. I've seen a lot of people who are trying to finish a really hard set and then they're like trying to very gently place the bar down. And that can be a lot of work, not something you want to do at the end of a hard set. So you want to make sure you're set up in the appropriate position with the appropriate bar height. So when you finish your last rep and you're really tired and you just fought for that last rep, you can safely clap the back of the rack, bring it down nice and safely. Let's run through a quick recap. Set up the bar such that when you grab the bar with your preferred grip, you have a bit of elbow bend so that when you finish that last rep with the elbows locked, you're clear of the safeties. Next, you want to make sure you have your feet flat on the floor and your eyes underneath the bar to start. If you don't have a spotter, don't use clips. Then you want to grab the bar equally on both sides, outside shoulder width, press up that first rep over the chin, slight tuck of the elbows, bring the bar down to the bottom of your chest on a slight angle, press up over the chin. Slight elbow tuck, bottom chest, press up over chin. Slight elbow tuck, bottom chest, up over chin. And when things get hard, don't push your butt up into the air, keep your butt on the bench. When you're done, if the bar has been set up at an appropriate height, do not be shy about making sure you hear it touch the back of the rack and then bring it down safely into the J-hooks.